everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have such an exciting video lined up for you guys today, but before we do get into it, I do just have to say a really quick little disclaimer. The clips you will see in a second were actually filmed in October of 2020. So at that time, it was not illegal to get close contact procedures done. So the whole of this video is filmed completely within COVID guidelines, so I don't want anyone to think that I'm going out during a lockdown and getting my lips done. At the end of this video as well, I will be popping back in to do a little lip filler Q&A. I asked you guys over on my Instagram to send in some questions. I'm just going to go through them and hopefully I can answer them to the best of my knowledge. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be going to get my lips done. Now I haven't had it done in ages. The last time I had it done was November 2019, obviously last year, last November. And oh, I've got a little animal on my back. Haven't been to get them done for so long just because they didn't really go down, so I didn't really think I needed it. So I booked it in for around my birthday time, but they still haven't really gone down a lot. Where I'm going to go today, I'm going to chat to her about what she thinks. I do think I need kind of like a little freshen up. They're a bit lifeless. They just need to look a little bit hydrated and a little bit more plumped, but I really don't want them too much bigger because I don't have the biggest chin, so I don't want it to look ridiculous. The place I'm going today I have not been to before. I'm trying somewhere new just because they are highly recommended on Instagram and their pictures look absolutely amazing. So I'm so excited to get my lips done, although I am a bit nervous because I'm such a wimp. The pain is just like nothing else. It is so painful, literally the most painful thing ever. But I've spoke to a couple of people who have actually been to the place I'm going today and they said it really doesn't hurt as much as other places. So I'm really interested to see if that is the case because usually my eyes are streaming. And also basically because I get eczema around my lips, I've told you guys a million times, I also bruise really easily and I go really red, really swollen. I don't know if you can see, I'm really sorry about the noise outside. The bin men are out being noisy again. I always seem to film at the time the bin men are around. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but some of the like scars seem to stay and it kind of looks like I've always constantly just had my lips done. So I'm really intrigued to ask her about that today, see if she knows how I can get rid of it, or I don't know, just some advice really, because I feel like I've got quite sensitive lips. So I do just want to have a chat with her about all of that. I'm hoping to be able to film inside the clinic just so I can get a couple of shots for you guys. I'm not going to film too much because obviously I don't want to get in the way of anything, and it's like a medical procedure, isn't it? So I don't want to be annoying and distracting or anything like that, but I'm hoping just to get a couple of clips so you guys can see what happens. Obviously I will let you know before that happens, just in case some of you are a bit squeamish with needles and things like that. But yeah, my appointment is at 10 AM. I did actually message before and say, is there anything I can do to get rid of some of the bruising, because obviously I do bruise a lot and swell a lot. And she recommended me to take Arnica tablets. Now I started taking them on Friday, and after I took my first two, I went to take another two hours later, and I actually didn't have any left in the pot. And I was a little bit lazy and I didn't buy any more. So I actually haven't done that, which is my own fault, and I should have got some, but I just completely forgot. So I am nervous to see what I'm gonna look like and the fact that I'm gonna be showing you guys on camera. Also, what I'm going to do is kind of show you guys exactly after, and then I think I'm gonna do tomorrow as well, so you can see the second day swelling, because that is always the worst. And then I'm hoping to do kind of like a Q&A, so I'm gonna put out on my Instagram any questions that you guys about having your lips done. If you haven't had it before and you are intrigued, then I'll be happy to answer any of those questions. Yeah, so my appointment is at 10 AM. I'm gonna get going soon. I'm so nervous because I am such a wimp. Wish me luck. I am just sat in the car waiting. I got to my appointment so early. By the way, I'm filming at this angle because I'm so embarrassed to film in the car. So when I went in, we sat down while the numbing cream was doing its thing. Yes, it looks a little bit weird. And we talked about any concerns that I may have and all the important medical stuff. Heidi was so amazing and listened to everything I had to say and answered all of my questions. And that's another thing. Do not be afraid to ask as many questions as you like. Even if you might think they're a bit silly, it's better to know everything before you start, before doing something like this. Heidi then did a thorough check of my lips and gave me a stress ball to squeeze. use, which I didn't actually end up using because it really wasn't painful at all. And then we started the procedure. Okay guys, I've just popped you up here so we can have a proper chat. Sorry if you can hear bells and stuff in the background. Poe is just playing with a new toy I just got her. I've just got back from my appointment and it's been about half an hour since I had my lips done, so they're going to be swollen. So please don't take this as how they are going to look, but this is what they look like now. Oh my god, I am so happy with them. Obviously they are completely swollen at the moment, but the shape is so much better. They're not going to be this big. I know this looks a bit crazy. So much stuff going on outside, I actually can't deal with it. My lips swell so fast, so just ignore the fact that they look like this at the moment. But they, let me tell you, have never looked this good after having them done straight away. Usually my lips are all red and bruised, and I definitely know that they're going to bruise a little bit. I think they already are, but they look 100 million times better than what they usually do. So I actually went to Heidi at HP Aesthetics. She is literally so close to where I live, so it's super convenient for me. I've never ever been to her before. I've seen her before on Instagram and she is a trained nurse, I believe. I hope I haven't got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure she is a trained nurse. And she is so lovely. I'm so glad I went to her. She talked me completely through everything. She's got all the knowledge, and I spoke to her about any concerns that I had about the fact that I used to use steroid cream on my lips, so the skin is really thin, which means that it scars easier and swells a lot more and things like that. So I did want to talk her through all that, and she really put my mind at ease. She made me feel so comfortable with everything and that she really knew what she was doing, and honestly she just made all my nerves go away. I was so happy to just sit there and let her do what she needed to do. Oh, Poe's in the background, there she is. Look how tiny she looks compared to me. I went in there, we filled out all the forms, talked about how I was feeling, what I wanted to do with my lips, and I felt like they were quite big still anyway. So I really didn't want to go crazy with them and have massive lips. Originally, I did book in to have 1 mil, but I just felt like that was way too much. So we did actually go for 0.5 mil in the end. We actually went for 0.6, so it's just over 0.5 mil. But we literally didn't put any in the sides, hardly. It was mostly just in the Cupid's bow to kind of lift it, a little bit in my bottom lip to bring it down, but Heidi said she felt like there was more than enough in my bottom lip anyway, and she didn't think it needed any more, which I thought was so amazing that she didn't just do what I asked for. She told me exactly what she thought would be best for me, and honestly I have never been so happy with my lips. Even with the swelling, I just love the shape of them. The fact that I can still talk, usually I cannot even talk after I've had them done. I can't even go, and I can still do that. I'm so happy. Her numbing cream must be the best numbing cream you can get. She said it wasn't anything special, but I genuinely could not feel a thing when she was doing it. Usually, I think I said in the before clip of this that I have never felt pain like getting my lips done. It is the worst pain I've ever experienced, and I did not feel a thing. There was a couple of like, oh, you want to come and say hello? Also, I don't know when I'm posting this video. It might be in a couple of weeks time, so she might be big by then and she's still so tiny. What was I even saying? Yeah, I felt a couple of kind of like stings when it was coming out, but some of the time when she was doing it, I genuinely had no idea that she was doing anything at all. And honestly, I'm so happy about that because the pain is just on another level. She also, oh, I wish I brought it up with me, but I left it in the freezer. She also gives you a little aftercare pack, which comes with a little pair of lips with like freezer gel in it, and you pop it in the freezer, and then later on I can put it on my lips to kind of soothe them. She also gives you a personalised HP Aesthetics lip balm, which contains arnica, which will help the bruising. In terms of how they feel now, they really don't feel bad at all. Usually my lips feel like hard and numb for ages, like weeks after, but I don't know whether I've just kind of got used to having them done or whether it's because I only had the tiniest amount in. They're not stinging, they don't feel bruised or sore at all. They don't even look that red. They don't even really look like I've had much done to them. I will see you guys a little bit later and check in with how they are looking, but for now I am so happy. Thank you so much, Heidi, for literally the best lip experience I have had. I've had my lips done 3 times before and they have never been this painless or looked this nice straight afterwards, and I'm so happy with the outcome even though they are swollen. Yeah, I will see you guys a bit later on. Who's that? So it is 24 hours after I have had my lips done. Well, actually it's 1:30, so it is a little bit more than 24 hours. They are obviously very swollen, not as much as I thought they were going to be, but you can see when I turn to the side they're quite sausagey. But that will definitely go down. I know they're still swollen because I can go and I can't fully, it looks like I can fully do it, but I can't, I promise. They feel really tight around the edges, so I know that there's still some more to go down. Heidi did say that it will take 2 weeks to fully go down, so I am absolutely fine with how they look at the moment. From the front they look okay, and at the moment we've got to wear masks anyway, so no one can actually see them. I've just popped some of the HP Aesthetics lip balm on. I have never had my lips done and not bruised this much. I literally have a tiny little bruise on this side, and then a little one at the top here, and yeah, literally hardly anything. I am just so impressed. They don't hurt at all. A little bit when I put the lip balm on, they're a little bit tender. I wouldn't want to be massaging them or anything like that at the moment, but really happy with how they are healing and loving the shape. Okay, so you guys have now caught up to me in February 2021, which is the weirdest thing ever. My lips are fully and completely healed. I know I've said it a million times in the previous clips you've just seen, but I am absolutely in love with them. I genuinely don't think I will ever go anywhere else now. My lips just feel like my own. They don't feel hard, whereas before my lips genuinely felt swollen and hard all of the time. They literally feel like natural lips. I know they don't tend to look like it, but they definitely feel natural. I love the shape of them. It's definitely more suited to me, I think. And I used to get so much eczema around my lips. They would look so red and sore, and you could genuinely see scars where the needle had gone in before. I know I mentioned that in one of the clips before, but there was no scarring. My lips just look like nothing has happened to them. Like, obviously they look a lot bigger, but scarring wise and bruising wise, they genuinely look like nothing has happened to them. I genuinely have never ever been happier with them, and I cannot wait to go back. I know they don't need a top up just yet, but when salons are allowed to open, I will 100% be going back to Heidi. So let's get into the little Q&A. I've got all the questions here that you guys sent in from Instagram. Again, I'm so grateful that you guys love to get involved in this video, and I hope I can help you out with any queries about lip fillers that you may have. Just to say also, I'm not a trained aesthetics nurse, is that what you'd call it? I don't do lip fillers and stuff like that, so I'm not going to be giving any kind of medical advice at all, but I will just be answering all of your questions from the best of my knowledge. So let's just jump straight into it. And the first question is, who do you go to? Now, I know I've mentioned this a few times in the video, but I just want to get it out there because she is so amazing. I actually go to Heidi at HP Aesthetics. I will leave her link down below. She is local to my area. She is a trained nurse, so she knows literally everything. You can ask her any question and she will give you the answer. She is so amazing, so knowledgeable. But like I said, she is local to my area, so for some of you that might not be very close to you, unfortunately. But yeah, I will leave the link to her Instagram down below if you want to go and check out her page. Give her a follow, show her some love because she is just amazing. The next question is, have you ever had a bad experience with lip fillers? I wouldn't say a bad experience because I really didn't know any different. It was the first time I had ever got lip fillers. So the girl I went to was genuinely amazing. Like, she knew all of her stuff and I felt really safe in her hands. Otherwise I wouldn't have gone back to her 3 more times. But just going to Heidi, it makes you realise, I don't want to say better, but how much of a better experience you can have. Still talk, I could still eat, I could still drink. There was no pain at all. And yeah, so definitely not a bad experience, but I would just say I found a better experience now. I know that sounds like I'm really copping out, but I just really don't want to bash anyone because that was just my personal experience. The next question is, how many times have you had lip fillers? I've had lip fillers 4 times, 3 with my previous lady and just the once with Heidi, but I know that I'm definitely going to be going back to her in the future when we can finally open the salons. How bad was the swelling? So I believe that swelling for everybody is different. Some people can swell loads, other people not so much. I remember the first time I went to go and get my lip fillers done with my previous lady, she was actually doing my lips, and while she was doing them, she was like, yeah, I can tell you're going to be a sweller. They are literally swelling already, and my lips went freaking massive. Let me tell you, they were like duck lips. But then with Heidi, I literally hardly got anything. Obviously there was swelling there, but really not a lot at all. You'll see from the previous clips the amount of swelling I got, which I didn't think was too bad considering the second day swelling is literally meant to be the worst thing in the world. Also, again, just to mention, I did only get 0.6 mils and not a full mil, which I previously did with my other lady. So that might have been the case as to why I swelled so much more. Heidi also used a different form of fillers in my lips. So that might have been another reason, but with Heidi, the swelling really wasn't that bad, but obviously each to their own. Everyone's experiences are different, so just bear that in mind if you are going to get lip fillers. The next question, does it hurt? So genuinely, when people would ask me about getting lip fillers, I would say it is the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. I cannot comprehend how freaking painful it is. Like, my cousins went to the same girl and they really didn't experience as much pain as me, but it hurt so much. Like, my eyes would literally be streaming. And after the first time I ever got them done, I remember saying, I am never ever doing that again. I'm not doing that again. It hurts so much. But here we are 3 times later and I'm still getting it done. But then again, on the other side with Heidi, she must have some magical miracle numbing cream because I didn't feel a thing. There was a couple of pinches which were literally no worse than getting like an injection in your arm, but compared to the first time, I was like, you can do this all day. It really didn't hurt at all. I was so made up, and I think I've probably told everyone and their mums that since getting them done. Also, a couple of friends who I've spoke to who have actually also been to Heidi said that it didn't hurt at all either. So I think she's just got a really gentle, steady hand. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but yeah, I guess it depends who you go to. It can be the worst pain of your entire life, but then I am quite a drama queen. A lot of the rest of the questions are just kind of talking about the pain. Someone said, is the numbing cream actually decent? Yeah, I don't really know, because the first person I went to I could still feel literally everything, but when I went to Heidi, you'll see in the clip, I'll put another clip of it here so you can actually notice it, because you may not have noticed before. My lips were blue. Like, I genuinely looked dead. I don't know whether it just took all of the blood away from my lips, but it was insane. Again, needle warning. I am gonna flash up the clip on the screen. But yeah, my lips were genuinely like blue. It was crazy and I didn't feel a thing. And it's so weird when they put the numbing cream on, because your lips feel massive, like, because you can't actually feel them, and Heidi was kind of poking around at them and making sure she knew where kind of the lip filler from before was. They just feel like massive like sausages on your face. It's so weird, such a weird experience. And yeah, they also said genuinely how painful is it, and I think I've kind of cleared that up in the other questions. So that is all of our Q&A questions done. Again, like I said, if you have any more questions at all, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will try and answer them as best I can. So that pretty much wraps up this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know why it took me so long to get this one out, but I love watching videos like this on YouTube, so I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and I hope you weren't too squeamish with the needles and stuff. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it. We have hit 200 subscribers, which is genuinely so amazing. I cannot believe it. I literally refresh my YouTube every day just to look at it. I think we're on about 204 now. So thank you to everyone who subscribes, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing as well. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!